back. Now we can ride the roller coaster that is transformations in Dragon Ball Super. If you missed it, this is sort of a part 2. Last time, I covered all the transformations from Dragon Ball all the way to GT. Now, we can get into everything Super. One thing to mention when talking about Super is that there's the anime, and then there's the manga. While the story is similar, there are many differences worth mentioning here, so I'll cover them as I go. Before we dive in, currently the Saiyans are en route to my planet. Me and the boys have been training, but we'll need all the help we can get. Currently my power level is at 1,152. Hopefully, we'll be able to beat them. I'd really appreciate if you could share your energy with me before they get here. Please? I just want to prepare you. This gets outrageous immediately, so hold on to your hat. Now, let's go witness the Battle of the Gods. In Battle of Gods, Beerus, the god of destruction, awakens, having dreamt that he would soon encounter a worthy rival, the Super Saiyan God. Beerus goes to find his rival and meets the gang. He's so powerful, he takes out everyone with a flick of his finger. Things look dire until Goku thinks to ask Shenron. Shenron informs us that the Super Saiyan God is formed when 5 Saiyans, pure of heart, pour their energy into another. That one then becomes the Super Saiyan God. Goku is able to attain this form and clashes with Beerus. Goku thinks not even Vegito could have beaten Beerus. But then again, neither could Goku in the God form, so let's try and find the multiplier this way. We know Perfect Cell stated he could destroy the solar system, and Goku in Super Saiyan 3 was 4 times stronger than that, at least. Goku goes on to clash with Beerus with enough power to shake the universe. That's a pretty drastic increase. Our solar system is 0.0019 light years in distance. A universe is 470 billion light years across. So, accounting for Goku's 4 times multiplier in Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God is 62 billion times stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Or, if you want to say half that, since Goku didn't shake the universe alone, then 31 billion. So, Goku's God form is 12 trillion times stronger than his base. Holy. Listen, that's just how the math adds up. I didn't write it. Goku goes on to absorb that power in his base form. If all that is too ridiculous for you, then you're in luck. There's an alternative, the manga. While the universe shaking still occurs, Goku doesn't absorb the God form in his base, which makes some later events happen slightly less ridiculous. Beerus spares Earth, and we move on to the resurrection of F. Goku and Vegeta learn that they can stack Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God, meaning they can stack another 50 times power on top of their previous boost. If we assume it's still the same boost, then after Goku's base form got 12 trillion times stronger, we then stack another 12 trillion times on top of that, before timesing it by 50. You're probably starting to see why you can't take superpower scaling too seriously, right? So, after renaming the form Super Saiyan Blue, we can give it a base multiplier of 600 trillion. The manga kind of just skips this arc, but you can assume similar events occur here. After they defeat Frieza, we move on to the Destroyers Tournament. Goku and Vegeta train for 3 years and get a vague amount stronger. Then, they face off with Universe 6. This is only kind of a new form. Goku stacks the Kaioken on top of Blue, adding another 10 times to the pile, putting Blue Kaioken times 10 at a total of 6 quadrillion times base. So, how is Hit, who's able to keep up with transformed Goku and Vegeta, not able to one-shot Goku before he transforms? Ugh, Super just doesn't make sense. Back like 6 quadrillion steps, we check in on the manga. Here, Goku actually uses the God form to fight on par with Hit, and, after transforming into Blue, has a clear advantage. It's explained here that using the Blue form cuts your power considerably. Vegeta, who used it early in his fight with Kaba, is stated to have lost 90% of his Blue power before fighting Hit. Goku uses the God form to fight Hit, so, from this, we can infer that the God form is stronger than 10% of the Blue form. This means Blue isn't a 50 times multiplier in the manga, because it's too weak here. I'm leaning towards Blue being at 5 times above God, so 60 trillion times base. Moving on to the Goku Black Arc, Trunks returns to the past to request help once more, and for good reason, as Goku Black, who is terrorizing his future, would also have the 12 trillion times base that Goku got. how the heck did Trunks escape? Later on, we get Goku Black's own transformation, Super Saiyan Rose. This form isn't really clearly explained in the anime, but in the manga, it's clear it is just an aesthetic change to Super Saiyan Blue, caused by Zamasu's soul being in Goku's body. So, Rose is 600 trillion in the anime. After that, we get Trunks awakening a new form, dubbed Super Saiyan Rage. He is able to fight on par with Goku Black, so Super Saiyan Rage is just a straight 7 quadrillion times boost. Okay. Once more, we check in on the manga. Here, Goku Black uses base Super Saiyan before obtaining his Rose form. Rose is 60 trillion times base, same as Blue. Speaking of Blue, in preparation to take on Fuse Zamasu, Goku condenses all his ki into his body, boosting the Blue form further into Perfected Blue. This makes it more in line with the anime's version, as it no longer seems to have the insane stamina issue from the Destroyers tournament. In the manga, Fuse Zamasu is much weaker. Goku is even able to damage him severely before going into Perfected Blue, so I don't think it's that huge of a difference. Maybe a 2 times, so 120 trillion times base. On to the Tournament of Power. So, to begin the Tournament of Power arc, we need to address an itch. Yeah, the one on my back. While the concept of a random sensation occurring when you turn Super Saiyan is fine, establishing it as an easy way for anyone to turn Super Saiyan is just kinda dumb. If it's this easy, literally every Saiyan in Universe 6 should have already figured it out. Kale also transforms here into her Berserk form. It's honestly not that impressive. Other than one weird outlier, she seems no stronger than Super Saiyan 2. It's possible it has other benefits from a prolonged fight, but we never see them out of her. We'll get back to this when we get to Broly. Later, she gains better control over her power, and again, seems pretty similar to Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. In the manga, she seems much more impressive, beating down Golden Frieza before Goku saves him. She is at least as strong as Super Saiyan Blue here, if not stronger, so like 150 trillion times base. She is almost taken out by the combined efforts of the Pride Trooper B team, but Cabba saves her, and she fuses with Caulifla to form Kefla. In both versions, she basically just has a more controlled version of Kale's form. In the anime, she goes Super Saiyan 2 for the normal 100 times, while in the manga, she has the crazy boost from Kale's manga form of 150 trillion. So, you could just say that the anime Kefla is significantly stronger in base. Now, another unique manga form is Goku's Pseudo Kaioken Blue, where he's basically using the Kaioken, but without the cool aesthetics. If we say he's using it at 20 times, like in the anime, then the manga Pseudo Kaioken is at 1.2 quadrillion, and the anime Kaioken Blue times 20 is 12 quadrillion. Now, Goku awakens the technique that Whis has been training him for. He uses this form twice against Jiren, and once against Kefla, but only in the anime. This might disappoint, but Kefla is matching Kaioken times 20 Goku, and after she pushes him to his limits, he turns UI Omen. She then takes it up to Super Saiyan 2, and while Goku is still stronger, it's not by so much that he can one-shot her. So, I'd give him like a 3 times over Blue Kaioken, obviously without the Kaioken drawbacks. So, Ultra Instinct Omen is a 36 quadrillion times base. After a quick jump to the manga, Goku's master Muten Roshi takes on Jiren and shows him the path to Ultra Instinct. No. Just no. Master Roshi shouldn't even be able to move a nanometer before Jiren places him out of the ring. Regardless, afterwards, Goku fights Jiren and reaches Ultra Instinct Omen. If we give him the same boost of a 3 times above Blue times 20, then it's 3.6 quadrillion in the manga. Now, in both the anime and manga, Vegeta reaches Blue Evolved, and it's equal to Kaioken times 20, so 12 quadrillion in the anime and 1.2 quadrillion in the manga. Finally, Goku attains the true form of Ultra Instinct in the anime. Goku basically wins, but in the manga, Ultra Instinct just runs out mid-fight. That being said, while it was active, I'd say they were basically the same boost. Goku is losing to Jiren in UI Omen, but after getting full Ultra Instinct, he starts winning by a good amount, and Jiren is forced to go all out. Let's say Jiren was double Ultra Instinct Omen, and Goku got it 4 times to equal and then surpass Jiren before he started going all out, evening the fight again. So, Ultra Instinct is 114 quadrillion in the anime, and 14 quadrillion in the manga. Hey, that means manga Goku could beat anime Vegeta here, right? Well, no. He has a better multiplier, but remember, everyone is 12 trillion times weaker in base in the manga continuity, due to Goku not absorbing the God form. Broly's forms are weird. He brings 2 new ones to the table. His first is the Akari form that gives him the 10 times boost from the Grade 8 while still in base form. While fighting in the Broken Dimension with Gogeta, he reaches a state that resembles Kale's Berserker form. This form gives him the advantage over Super Saiyan Gogeta until he turns blue. Then, Broly just gets the beatdown till the end of the fight. This is a pretty big boost to put him above Gogeta. Clearly, it's not the same as anime Kale, whose form barely makes a difference. But, it does resemble Kale's manga form that was slightly stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. So if we give him that multiplier, he gets a 150 trillion times base. We're gonna go over the manga arcs here. If you don't want to be spoiled, then time skip to this time to see the superhero section. So, honestly, I think these 2 manga arcs are pretty good. Not from a power scalar or lore accuracy perspective, of course, as they have lots of problems and inconsistencies. But, as a self-contained story, these 2 manga arcs are probably the best in Super. In the Moro arc, Goku learns to tap into his Ultra Instinct forms at will, but it doesn't introduce any new forms. So, the Granola arc begins, and we get some training with the boys. Whis explaining this month's patch notes and letting Goku know his Ultra Instinct was too OP, so it's receiving stamina nerfs, and telling Goku he should try to use Ultra Instinct without the transformation to preserve energy. While Beerus explains to Vegeta that Destroyer Energy got another buff, and he needs to forget his doubts to unleash its true potential. Later, Goku fights Granola first, and the previously mentioned stamina drain that totally always existed comes into play, letting Granola knock him out. Vegeta takes over, and during the fight awakens into a new form, similar to Topo's God of Destruction mode. Vegeta dubs the form Ultra Ego, and its ability to get stronger when its user takes damage lets him surpass Granola. He's seemingly pretty close in power to Goku, but when comparing them to Granola, Ultra Instinct starts stronger and gets weaker, while Ultra Ego starts weaker and gets stronger, but generally, they're pretty close. So if Ultra Instinct is 14 quadrillion, we could give Ultra Ego 10 quadrillion. We see that Vegeta can still be knocked out of his form if he takes too much damage. Vegeta really takes a beating in this arc. Then, as Vegeta is about to die, he mentions he couldn't reach his full potential, as he couldn't discard his attachments to become a true destroyer. Later, after hearing about Bardock's escapades, Goku and Vegeta try to jump gas. But he's too strong, and while Vegeta takes over, Goku decides on how to adapt Ultra Instinct into his own style. He goes back into the Omen state of Ultra Instinct because it allows him to get a power boost from his emotions. So even though his multiplier went down from 14 to 3.6 quadrillion, the boost from his emotions is greater than the extra 4 times of the full Ultra Instinct form. And finally, near the end of the arc, Goku does go into the full Ultra Instinct form again, after receiving a boost from his emotions with the full 14 quadrillion. So, in Super Hero, we see Gohan finally get some of the super love. He gets a transformation reminiscent of his original Super Saiyan 2 transformation, obtaining the legendary El Blanco. What? It's not called that? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, his beast form. But I still think that name is dumb. He would never call it that. Anyways, Gohan easily dispatches of Cell Max. This form is currently kind of an asspull, as it has no explanation. I'd theorize it's kind of a half Saiyan mutation kind of thing, or you could think of it like this. The Ultimate form replaced Super Saiyan 1 after Gohan went through the Elder Kai's ritual, and Beast is like the Super Saiyan 2 for Gohan's Mystic form. In the manga, we see how well Beast stands up to Goku's Ultra Instinct. First, let's establish their base forms being equal. I know. Goku should be way stronger. But lots of stuff that happened in the manga implies that Gohan's base is crazy strong now. When compared to Ultra Instinct's 114 quadrillion, we see Gohan and Goku fight at a similar level. But a bit into the fight, we see Gohan has a sizable power advantage that Goku is able to compete against with his superior technique. But knowing that, I can give Gohan's beast form like a 171 quadrillion. Phew, that was more than I expected. I'm glad I broke this up into 2 videos. It would have taken forever to get this out as one video. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Like and sub if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.